I was upstairs, just got done having sex, trying to go to bed, and then Aaron was like, come down here and try to, Aaron was trying to be nice. He was like, come down here and try to help me talk to Melem, because he left, and he came back at like 4:15, snuck over the gate, because he didn't come in through Claire, one thing, and Aaron asked Melem to sit down and have a mature conversation. He said, you can talk to me while I pack.
I don't get you, and you have to make an excuse for everything. If you want to be a bitch, just be a fucking bitch. I'm being a bitch. I'm gonna be real with you. If you want to be real. But don't blame it on something else. That's why everyone's pissed with you. Jonathan's a bitch, be a bitch. That's why everyone accepts it. Because he is who he is.
Between this one going and
Who's this one?
Aaron. Between getting everything he's texting to other people, like they're actually like telling me everything the truth about him, texting my financial issues, and between telling them I'm just using most fucks and don't trust me, and also so like everything that they don't need to be knowing about, which is none of his business about what goes on in my life.
Supposedly Melem is all upset because everyone's been very upset with him lately, and I offered to talk to him after he said stuff on chat, and I said, you know what, I was going to be a bigger man because Seth even messaged me and said, look, why don't you talk to him, because I know you guys are all upset with him. And everyone's just upset with his attitude lately, his immaturity lately, the whole thing, like, everyone's just sick of hearing the repeated things, like, I need a Xanny, I need the hospital, like, the stuff that's, like, attention stuff, when it's not needed, and everyone knows it's fake. And it's the same thing coming from everyone. From me, Daniel, Brian, like, when 4 or 3 people say the same thing over and over again, then it's obviously going to be there's a problem for me. I offered to talk to him, and he said, you talk to me in packing, so I'm like, well, I'm not going to talk to you at all then.
This is like 3 people against 1 that I have to live with every day. I can be a bitch all I want back to him, but that's just going to cause, you know, more and more stress on me, and, I mean, I don't, like, I love it here, but that's 3 against 1 person, and, you know, I can only deal with so much of that.
Friend, I don't know who you are anymore. The friend who I came into this house was the Melem I was friends with. Who you are to now, I don't know who you are. Honestly.
Just as you've changed also?
Okay, honey, I'm going to change because you've changed. I don't know how to act around you. Point blank, I do not know how to act around you. I used to seriously think Nick was crazy when he used to talk all this shit about him, and how you used to think that he was crazy and said all this stuff about you. Honey, you have 2 split personalities. Swear to God. Brian said the same thing. Before I even said it to him, he said the same thing.
It's called bipolar, man.
Honey, people that have bipolar disorder and have depression do not run their mouth and tell everyone and run to the place and put MySpace posters all over their MySpace about how they have depression. I'm being your friend, Melem. Friends are not just there to tell you the good things and the bad things. I'm here to tell you when you're wrong and when you're right. And right now you're wrong, and I'm trying to help you to fix it. If I didn't care, I wouldn't be talking to you, and I wouldn't have asked you to talk. I would watch you leave and laugh. I messaged him when he left. He went out the door, he left. I texted him, I said, I'd like to talk to you when you get back. And this was before I said anything to him. And he came back, I was like, whenever you're ready to talk, I'm like, I can go out and talk to you or something. He goes, you can talk to me when I'm packing. I was like, okay, hey. I offered, you know, put myself out there to talk to him. But I'm not going to sit here and chase him for this attention shit now. Melem, please don't leave.
Oh, I'm on the phone.
Really?
Aaron, okay. If you all, evidently this has been going for a while, if you, Daniel, so you don't know me very long, Nick, all had thought I was changing to be something I wasn't, then why didn't you confront me before I got to my worst? If I hadn't gotten to my worst, I guarantee you I would not be like how I am now. If you all would not have talked me on my back about how much I'm changing instead of confronting me about it, I would have stopped myself before I was at the beginning.
Because, honey, you know how hard it is to talk to you?
You didn't think going down there to it down there?
It is so hard to come to you, honey, and talk to you without you, because this is what you will do.
How?
No, this is the reason, because no one knew how to talk to you and bring this up to you without you doing this.
I wouldn't have done this if you brought it to me. I would have stopped myself.
Nick would have talked to you, but Nick did not want you to leave the house.
I would not have left the house if you had talked to me before.
You're doing it right now. What's the difference?
That's a different story, because if you all would have confirmed me then, I would have known what's going on. And this had been going on at least a month or so for me to get this far as you're all saying.
Honey, I haven't noticed this until a couple months, at least within this month. I have not noticed this.
Okay, exactly. If you would have told me when I first started.
But I didn't think it was just me. I wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one seeing this. And other people have seen it.
then you all didn't need to talk about behind my back and just like let me get to my worst.
But honey,
that
how
I
many times
am.
were you talking behind our back too?
Okay, I talked about how, like, I thought you were using me for money. Yeah, I talked to them
Honey,
about
when
that.
did I ever use you for money? When have I ever asked you for money? When have I ever asked you to do something for me for money?
Well, it seems that every time after I stopped spending money, you completely changed and latched onto him since he's...
Honey, I latched on him because I was helping him move into this house and being a friend to him.
Besides the point, you're all saying that turn fake, turn all this and that. I wouldn't have gotten this far if I was confronted a long time ago, Aaron.
Honey, even if you were confronted then, you still would be doing what you're doing now.
And would not.
That's why no one wanted you to talk to you.
I'm doing what I'm doing now because it's 1, 2, 3.
No one wants you to leave.
No one wants me to leave now because I am leaving.
No, no one ever wanted you to leave. In the beginning, no one ever wanted you to leave.
Can I finish? Now it's 4 of you that are going to completely keep talking to how I am right now. To me, if I stay here living, it's me trying to change to how you all want me to be.
We don't want you to change to be who we want you to be. We want you to change to get better. We want to know what's wrong.
If I want to get better, I would check myself back in the rehab like I was before. Like I wasn't a pill junkie, okay? Yeah, I'll say I was a pill junkie. Okay, I'm not blaming that, but I'll check myself like I was then. If I want help, I'll go to rehab for help. But that's what I'm going to feel like when I'm living here is in rehab. Completely. I'm going to keep hearing about how
no
this
one's
needs to
going to
change
sit here and talk about you. I'm your friend. I would not be sitting here right now telling you that I don't want you to leave if I did not want you to leave.
It doesn't matter. Now you're saying, it didn't take, down there when I first said, you can talk to me when I'm packing, it was like, okay, well, we can do it that way then. When I said I was packing...
Because, honey, how hard is it for you just to be mature then and being like, yes, let's talk? Not to be like, okay, I'm packing. I'm here to help you.
I don't. It's not the point. It's now like fucking 4 people that thinks I have issues, okay? What's the point of me...
The people that think you have issues, Melem, are your friends that want to help you, but no one knows how to go about it. Because they know the second we tell you something, you're going to take it the other way, or you're going to do something else and do what we don't want you to do. No one wants to see. Daniel doesn't want to see you leave. Brian doesn't want to see you leave. I don't want to see you leave. Nick doesn't want to see you leave. No one wants to see you leave. We just want to know what the fuck's going on in your head. Because we don't understand where the fuck you're coming off on, or what's going on. And we're all seeing the same thing to help you.
Okay, then that's what I'm saying. You should have confronted me a long time ago when I could have started then.
But the point is, Melem, even if we came out then, no one knew what the fuck's going on. We all know now together as a group, we see the same thing. So we're like, okay, this is what's going on with him. So we are now confronting you. I'm confronting you.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying.
If you want to leave, then leave, okay? But I'm telling you right now, I do not want you to leave. If you feel that you need to go on and you need to do what you need to do what you need to do. But I'm telling you as your friend that I do not want you to leave, and I will help you.
Nick never told me I was being fake.
Honey, he told you in chat and you flipped out on him.
No, he told me I had split personality.
And that you were fake. I read the messages throughout the chat.
I don't remember that part.
And you flipped out, and you and Nick had this big spat throughout chat, and you guys didn't talk.
I'm sorry, it's kind of hard when I have fucking people yelling in my ear right now. I have you yelling in my ear. If you want to be yelling, I could probably get it without getting a headache and trying to tone you out.
I'm done. Pack your shit and go. If you want to leave. I'm done.
I'm just going to say one last thing. It wasn't Aaron, it wasn't Daniel, it wasn't Nick, it wasn't me that got you into the house. It was yourself. So it would be a real shame if you let somebody else take you out of the house. And that's all I have to say, because
I just don't want to be stressed. Like, I have enough stress as it is, and then have to deal with more stress from... I'm not blaming the stress, like I'm getting told I'm blaming everything right there. I'm not blaming stress, but I just don't want to deal with having to try to make other people happy in the house, you know? Because I'm me.
And if that's how you feel, then nobody can say anything to change that.
And
nobody should try to sweet talk you. I mean, if that's how you feel, if it's what you need to do, I mean...
So I guess I'll wait till the end of the week to see if I still feel the same way by the end of the week. And this is something let me think about if that's what I really want.
Thank you.
And it'll give us all time to figure out all the things that you think, you know, just...
Also, for you just to tell me in general, like, what's going on with you in your life, like, because a lot of it I know you keep in yourself and you don't tell people, and then you take it out on everyone else, and it reflects in your attitudes and your personality, and